Hey guys, it's Beth and welcome back to my channel. Today is March 10th and so I am sharing my cards for the 10 on the 10th collaboration that's hosted by MetalScrappinChick. And there's a whole list of people down below that are participating in this collaboration as well. And the point is just to work on your Christmas cards throughout the year so you're not scrambling to get them all done come Christmas time. So my cards this year, or for this month, I was focusing on using up some random papers from my stash. So I had one full sheet plus a bunch of scrap sheets of some of the Bo Bunny Saint Nick line. There was Toyland and Sugar Plum. So like I had a couple different, and there was one other one, but it was just a couple different scraps that I had left along with the full sheet of the Toyland. So I pulled those out with the intention of using those up, and then ended up bringing in some other papers, loose papers from my stash as well, because I knew that that would be close to getting me to 10 cards. And so I ended up pulling out some other papers from my stash that coordinated as well, and then decided to go ahead and use all of them up as well. And then I included this as part of my Use It Up 2020 challenge as well. And so along with the paper, I had pulled out 2 sets of Christmas stickers, kind of with a vintage style, that I determined to use up along with the paper. So in trying to use everything up, I ended up making 29 cards again this month. That's the second month in a row. And the paper ended up being more than I needed, but I had already said I was going to use it up, so I decided to use it up. So I started off with the Bo Bunny paper, and that was this was the Toyland, and this polka dot background was also another one of the papers as well. And then this is like a dimensional chipboard sticker, and that was on one of the sticker sheets that I had pulled out to decided I wanted to use up. So I loved this paper, and I didn't really want to cut it up. I didn't think it would look as good in smaller pieces, so I tried to use it where I could, make it the focal point of the card, or it just had this pattern on the background. So I also did, or on the back side, so I did turn it over and just use that on the back side at times also, but just tried to kind of cut around some focal points on these. This was the Toyland. This was one of the other random papers from my stash. So this is the back side of that Toyland paper. It's just that green flourish pattern. And then used a couple of the other scraps from the Bo Bunny collection, and then this is another random sheet. And this is another one of the stickers that I had pulled out. It's from Paper Studios that I had decided to use up, and then added some bling. But I love these vintage stickers. I think they went really well with the paper, the Bo Bunny paper. And then did add some bling to some of these as well. Love the Santa, vintage Santa. And that's just different of the Bo Bunny papers. This one combines one of the Bo Bunny papers with one of the miscellaneous papers. This is a Bo Bunny scrap. And this was just a little strip that I had cut out of that Toyland paper. Was able to salvage that and decided to use that as my sentiment. And then I did add some tiny red rhinestones to a few of the berries up here on the holly, just to give it some dimension. And then here's another one where I just cut around one of the images on the paper as a focal point. And then this was a sticker. It was like one sticker left on that Hobby Lobby Paper Studio sticker sheet. And so I just kind of added it here as if it were hanging off of that little holly sprig. So that pretty much used up most of this Toyland paper and most of the scraps of the Bo Bunny. So truly I would have only gotten about 5 cards out of that had I only used that paper. But because I ended up pulling some other random coordinating papers out of my stash, that's where I got most of them. And I did follow sketches for some of them, but not all of them. Some of them I was just trying to use up what I had. And I kind of followed a similar theme for these with the rectangle in the middle. And then this is one of those dimensional stickers, and I have no idea where they were originally from. I inherited them from my mother-in-law, I think. And I ended up using some Echo Park washi tape as well, just because I was out of a lighter patterned paper. And so I kind of created it, just added it to some cream cardstock here and created like a lighter pattern. And then I did put the washi tape back here just as more of a subtle border or subtle strip. So these are all just kind of following the same layout. And a lot of these were just trying to use up pieces and scraps that I had left and the stickers. These two are very similar. This actually is a couple of pieces of the Bo Bunny collection as well on each card. And then these two are the same layouts. So just kind of a combination of papers and sentiments or stickers, just trying to use up that paper. It ended up going a lot further than I thought it would, so. It's more of my washi tape border. And then this I had in my kind of like random Christmas stash. I was looking for like I was running out of the bigger stickers, and so I was looking for something big enough to fit on here that would pop. So this actually came off of a Christmas card that we got in the mail one year, and so I had saved it and then just popped it up on some foam on the center of that card and kept that one simple. This one, when I was die cutting circles, I think, I went ahead and cut out, was using up some of the rest of the space on that piece of paper and just kind of cut some other die cut shapes out. And so this was a smaller like label, and then I just cut it in half so I could spread it behind here. I was trying to use it up, and then that's like another fancy label square. I cut it in half just to add a piece up there. I was just trying to use up some of those smaller pieces that I'd cut. This was also a tag that came on a Christmas gift one year. Added it on here and then used some gold foil washi tape. And then these stars I punched out of the surround of the Hobby Lobby Paper Studio sticker sheet, because it had even surrounding the stickers, it was like a sheet music. So I don't know if that will show. You can see the sheet music detail, but then I came in with some gold Wink of Stella just to kind of give it some more of a gold to tie in with the gold on the washi tape and the tag. So again, used up a few random things out of my Christmas stash as well. Same thing on here. This was a tag that came on a package. I was just trying to use up strips at that point. And same on this one. Used up the last little bit. And of course, as always, I also put something on the insides of my cards as well to decorate the inside. So again, 29 cards this month. So what am I up to? 29, 29, and 8. So that gives me about 64 cards for the first 3 months. Yeah. My brain, it's Monday morning, my brain's not working. So, got to use up some random paper from my Christmas paper from my stash, which was good. Used up some stickers, and I got a good amount of cards to get me ready for all of my card donations that I have coming up at the end of the year. So be sure to check out all the other collaborators in the description box below. And I thank you guys so much for your time today, and I hope you're having a crafty day.